What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about the top penny stocks to watch right now. Some of them are associated with 5G technology, some of them biomedical sector. So we're going to go over in detail what is the exact price point again involved in these companies, what is the potential, can they potentially go 100, 200% of the upside. I'm also going to go over some important economic reports and some events that could potentially affect the stock market for tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to cover all this important information in this video coming up. Now, before we get into it, I appreciate if you can hit the like button. If you have any questions or you have any companies that you're watching right now, either it's a penny stocks or it's a big tech company, drop it in the comment section below and we can do some more research about this company and I might potentially cover it in the next video. So also, if you're just new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We have more than 8,000 people. Turn on notification. So make sure you turn on your all notifications so you get notified. So when I drop videos like this, you're able to get access, you're able to see it as quick as possible and get updates really fast. So the major news that we're going to be talking about first, before I go in detail, talk about these massive penny stocks that could potentially rally 100%, is that BNGO. So BNGO had a massive news that came out after hours. The stock fell off to the downside. Their first price target for this company, when we talked about it a few weeks ago, was that the stock could potentially hit $10. So it hit $9.95 today and after hours, and they announced that they're going to be doing an offering, and the stock sold off to the downside in after hours, unfortunately. And they did an offering a few weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, they did 29 million shares at $3.05, and that was 2 weeks ago. Right now, they're doing another offering, so the stock dropped more than 10% to the downside. So is it a good dip buying opportunity? Over here, we talked about it when it had this huge dip, and when it recovered, that we saw, okay, people are past the offering phase, and this stock could potentially rally. But, you know, these companies, you never know what they might say, even though they did not disclose how many shares that they're going to be unloading on the public, they're going to be selling to the public, but still they're saying they're going to be doing an offering pretty soon. So the stock definitely sold off to the downside. So potentially right now it might dip all the way to, you know, right now it's sitting at $8. So it can potentially pull back below $8, but we have a great support area right around $7. So it could potentially go to $7. But if you see huge potential for this company, definitely this is a great dip buying opportunity. You know, check out all the detailed videos I made about this company in the past, you know, so definitely be on the lookout for that. That's going to be an update for BNGO. So now let's talk about another biomedical company that you need to be watching out right now. And shout out to Pablo. He said this comment and he recommended this company. So he said, take a look at NDR. It looks like something ARK Invest would buy down the road. They're working on a NAS ultrasound device with FDA approval coming soon. NASH is a liver disease with over 50 drugs in the pipeline by all major pharmaceutical companies based on ISR 300% gain from the FDA device approval. This could be an easy step for similar gains with lots of future potential upsides. So thank you for Pablo. So I checked out the company and it's really solid. It has a really great risk reward. But first, let's check out how this stock's performing right now. So the stock basically broke out to the upside, and I really like the company even though it's up 65% today. Shout out to Pablo. He probably banking right now. He's up 65%. But when you look at the analyst reports, you know, they're expecting the stock price for this company to potentially be the highest is at $6, the lowest is $3.50. So it's definitely have more than, you know, 80% upside move to the upside, even if it's the lowest anticipation price target for this company. And as you said, you know, we're going to go over and look at in detail about this company in a bit, but the average price target is $5.17. So there's still more room to it. This is the initial breakout of this company, so I really like it, even though there's not a lot of analysts covering, but the company is really solid. So when you look at exactly how many shares this company has, the company has only 22.66 million share float, and there's not a lot of institutional ownership. And you mentioned that the ARK Invest can potentially get involved in it. So when you look at their website, why measure liver fat? Excessive fat in the liver is the root cause of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, and non-alcoholic disease, which will affect more than 1 billion people globally. So when you look at exactly what they do, you're able to measure exactly the amount of fat by using this device. So usually they have in hospitals, they use MRI. They have this device that will show you the amount of liver fat that you have. And they have a TAEOS is new proprietary way to measure fat in the liver that is now CE marked for sales in Europe. The technology is non-invasive in cost 50 times less than MRI. So this is really great. So when you look at exactly what is the potential for these companies, in the future, when you have these, proprietary companies that they come out, we have another company that we talked about that Bill Gates is investing a lot, where they were able to do x-rays. And we talked about that company. They're going to be doing a reverse merger, potentially going public, and ARK Invest is invested in it. So these are companies that could potentially see massive upside potential in the future if they get picked up by big, institutional investors that see great potential in this company. But right now, in the current moment, even if you want to speculate, there's a good risk reward right now, even though the stock is up. One of the important things that you want to be patient for this company is they could potentially come out and do an offering. Of course, they did an offering a few weeks ago for this specific company too. So you never know, just because this company did an offering in the past, that does not mean they can come out, just like BNGO, and say, we're going to be doing an offering because the stock price went up and broke out to the upside. It's up 65%. So be careful with it. But if you want to get involved in it right now, it looks overextended. Maybe wait for it. If they can be coming out and doing an offering, the stock might drop. You can get it on a discount. Or if you see great potential for the future, you can get involved in it, because this stock can definitely have more room to go, as we saw on the analyst expectations. The minimum price, the lowest price it can go is above $3. So there's a great profit margin for this company if you want to get involved in it. So another company that is associated with biotech is going to be SPPI. So SPPI is also a company that has really solid, good risk reward. So I like this because you can definitely risk off of, the $3 to $3.50 area, and the potential price target is going to be $5. So they had this negative news that came out, some of the data, some of the drugs they're trying to pass with the FDA, it did not come out solid, the phase 2 data. So the stock price dropped, all the way to 350. It looks like it's basing out right now. And we have, some big institution investors that are involved in it. So we have BlackRock that actually invest in this company. They increased their share size to more than 10% in this specific company. That's really solid. And also when you look at the analysts, they're expected the stock price, they saying it's a buy. The high price they see this company goes $15, the average is $10, and the low is $5. So this can definitely has more room to go in the short term. It can potentially go to $5. Good risk reward if you want to get involved in it to speculate. So this is one also the company that people actually wanted me to cover in the video. Now let's talk about the 5G penny stocks, right? So I made a video several months ago, a while back, about the top 5G penny stocks to watch out for. So those stocks actually performing very well. They're up more than 100% of the upside. This is the cheap, high growth 5G penny stocks we made 6 months ago. We talked about Neo and things like that, like a while back. Of course, those stocks performing very well. So I'm going to cover some other important 5G penny stocks that are also breaking out. So two of the companies that I talk about on that video is like ASX. This is a company that was trading below $5. It's been and a very massive tear to the upside. Unfortunately, it's not moving significantly that much, because when I made that video, we talked about this is basically a buy and hold, since 5G technology is going to be more advanced. People are going to be start using it in the US and across the world. But at that time when we talked about it, it was not really, it was just getting started, right? It was just getting implemented in different areas, and like in China and things like that. So we talked about this company. These companies can potentially have massive runs. So also the market cap and also the share outstanding for these companies are really, it's relatively big, So the market cap is 16.3 billion and their share outstanding is around 2.13 billion. So it's a lot. So it's going to take a lot of buying pressure for these stocks to potentially go. So that's why it took a lot of, for the amount of time that I made this video, like 6 months ago, it's only up like 100%. Even though that's great, you see these other penny stocks, they go up, 10, 20, 100% within 1 or 2, 3 days, mainly because, they don't have a lot of shares, available to the public, so they can be able to buy them. And there's going to be a lot of demand, not a lot of supply, but these companies have a lot of supply. So another company that I also talked about, that also doubled, was that ticker symbol CASA. So this is also a company, it's breaking out to the upside right now. At this current moment, it's up $8. We were talking about it when it was below $4, around like $4.30 and things like that. So this is also a company to watch out for. This is relatively not a lot when you compare it to the other 5G companies that I talk about in that video. The share outstanding is also not a lot, 83 million. That's why you see this huge, price, you see these candles are bigger, because, if there's huge supply and demand, you see a huge fluctuation of price within 1 or 2 days. So that is why. But now let's talk about, what you guys recommended for me to cover, another penny stock, a 5G penny stock. So this used to be penny stock a few days ago, but now it's not. If you see a stock that's breaking out above $5, it's not going to be penny stock. So right now sitting at above $5, sitting at $6.28. It's up 18%. So this stock is also a 5G play. So all these 5G plays are breaking out to the upside. So minimum expectation for this company, the average high price target is $6. So you have to be in mind. Of course, they can come out at any point in time and update their expectations for this specific company. And when you look at exactly what they do, what they're all about is that they're filtering problems of RF front ends are rapidly becoming so complex that every few companies can solve them. At Resonate, we are developing a fundamental new suite of technologies we call infinite synthesized networks, or ISN, to configure and connect resonators, which are the fundamental building blocks of RF filters. So this is what they do. I'm not really into 5G technology. I don't know much detail about it, but these 5G stocks are hot and they're here to stay, because 5G is definitely going to be the one that's going to be introduced, and there's going to be a lot of phones that are going to be start implementing 5Gs across the world, across the US in the near future. So definitely be watching out for this specific companies, So now let's talk about what happened to the stock market today. As you can see here, we have the overall stock market that performed very well today. We are up significantly upside, mainly because the NASDAQ, the big tech companies decide to participate today. That's fantastic. We have Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple. These are the major companies that will be reporting earnings next week. We have semiconductor stocks that perform very well. Also, Netflix reported earnings after hours. It's up significant, more than 10%. That is fantastic to see, and that is really great. We also have some major banks that reported earnings today. As you can see, they're down to the downside. They sold off a little bit to the downside. So, of course, tomorrow is going to be a huge day. We have the inauguration at noon. So, definitely be on the lookout for that. Especially if you have positions, if you want to day trade or swing trade, be on the lookout for that. That's going to be the important economic report, the economic event that can potentially affect this stock market for tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comments section below. Get your free stocks, join free Discord chats, etc. But make sure you manage your risk, especially these penny stocks are hot right now. But, these easily can go down 10-20%. They can go up 100%. They can go down 100% within a blink of an eye. So you have to be super careful if you want to buy in and get in the action. So be super careful. But I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Let's get it. Have a wonderful day.